A Kotlin multi-platform project that builds but does not ship is just a toy. This episode is about closing that gap, writing tests that run on every platform from a single test file, understanding exactly what the Gradle tasks produce for Android and iOS, and knowing which release blocking issues actually stand between you and the store. The MyEuroStatApp project assembles a 19 MB Android APK today. The iOS framework links, the test suite is green on JVM. Each of those is a different kind of shipping evidence. We cover the full path, the test pyramid that lives in commonTest, the Turbine assertions that verify flow behavior without threads or real-time, the Gradle tasks for Android APK, iOS framework and desktop distribution, and the open items from Next Steps RCS, the best nonces that represent real Phase 5 and Phase 6 work before production. By the end, you will know the difference between it builds and it ships. The test pyramid in a Kotlin multi-platform project has 3 levels. The base is commonTest. These tests are written in pure Kotlin, run on the JVM, and cover the widest surface: parsers, repository logic, component state machines. They run in seconds, they run on any developer machine, and they run in CI without a simulator. The middle level is platform tests. Android unit test for code that uses Android-specific APIs, and iOS test for code that requires the Darwin runtime. In the Eurostat project, there is very little at this level because almost everything lives in common main. The top level is instrumented or end-to-end tests, running the actual app on a device or simulator and asserting UI behavior. These are slow and fragile, and we have not written any yet. That is an open item in Phase 5. Most coverage value in a KMP project comes from the bottom level. Invest there first. Mockk is the most popular Mockk library for Kotlin. It uses reflection to generate proxy objects at runtime. Reflection on Kotlin native. The compiler backend that produces iOS binaries is either absent or severely limited depending on the target. If you write a test using Mockk in commonTest, it will compile, it will pass on JVM, and it will fail at runtime on iOS with a linker or runtime error. This is not a Mockk bug. It is a fundamental difference in the execution environment. The correct approach is to write handwritten fakes by implementing the interface directly. Fake population API service is 11 lines. Fake population cache DAO is 15 lines. Fake clock is 4 lines. Each fake exposes a configuration method like will return or will throw that controls what the test needs. The test contract is explicit and readable without understanding any Mockk framework, and these fakes run identically on JVM, Android, and iOS native. Turbine is a testing library for Kotlin flows. The core API is a single extension function called test on a flow. Inside the lambda, awaitItem suspends until the next emission, awaitComplete asserts the flow terminates, and awaitError asserts it terminates, and awaitError asserts it terminates with an exception. The test scheduler from Kotlin's Coroutines test drives the coroutine clock. No real-time passes, no sleeps, fully deterministic. The 5 repository tests in population repository impletest each follow the same structure: configure a fake, construct the repository directly, call test on the flow, assert the sequence of emissions. The stale while revalidate behavior maps cleanly to Turbine assertions. Loading first, then success with isTale true, then success with isTale false. The critical test is the 5th one, stale cache with network failure. It asserts that only 2 items arrive, loading and stale success, and the flow completes without an error emission. That is the guarantee that protects users from seeing an error when they already have data. Testing a decomposed component requires a real component context. The component binds its coroutine scope to the component lifecycle, and if the lifecycle is never started, the scope never activates. Population component test uses a lifecycle registry, decomposes multi-platform lifecycle implementation, and wraps it in a default component context. The before test method calls lifecycle resume and the after test method calls lifecycle destroy. This mirrors exactly what happens in production. The lifecycle starts when the screen is shown and stops when it is popped from the navigation stack. Because the lifecycle correctly drives the component scope, cancellation is tested for free. After destroy is called, any ongoing coroutine inside the component is cancelled. The 8 component tests cover the full state machine, initial loading, content on success, empty on empty list, error with can retrieve flag, stale content and the intent handlers for select countries, change year range, refresh and retrieve. All 8 run on JVM in under 1 second. There are 4 Gradle commands worth knowing for a KMP project. The first is all tests, which runs every test in every module on every platform the current host can target. On macOS, this includes JVM tests and iOS tests. On Linux, it includes JVM tests only, the iOS tests. On Linux, it includes JVM tests only. The iOS compiler requires Xcode. The second is check, which runs all steps. The third scopes down to one module, feature population, all tests. Run this while working on a single feature to get sub 10-second feedback. The fourth is build, which compiles everything but skips the full check pipeline. For CI, the recommended target is check on every pull request. For local development, run the single module test command after each change, then the full check before pushing. One practical note: Gradle caches test results. If you change a test but not the source, Gradle may skip rerunning it. Add the flag -rerun to force a fresh run. The Android release build is configured in compose apps build.gradle.kits, and the eurostat.android.application convention plugin is Minify enabled is true for the release build type. R8 runs the standard ProGuard Android optimized rules plus a project-specific ProGuard rules.profile. The result is an APK that ships at around 19 megabytes. ProGuard profile. The result is an APK that ships at around 19 megabytes. Most of that size is the Decompose Multiplatform runtime, which bundles the Skia rendering library. This is larger than a typical Compose for Android app because the multi-platform Skia library is not stripped by the system, unlike on Android where Skia is part of the OS graphics stack. Version code is 1 and version name is 0.1.0 in the current codebase. Before a production release, you will also want to configure signing in the Gradle build file, add a key store, and ideally generate an Android app bundle instead of a flat APK for Play Store distribution, which will bring the download size down further. iOS packaging is a two-step process. Gradle produces the framework, Xcode builds the app. The Kotlin Gradle plugin exposes tasks like link debug framework iOS ARM64 and link release framework iOS ARM64. These compile the common main and iOS main Kotlin source into a binary framework called Compose App Framework. Xcode then embeds this framework and links everything else: the Swift entry point, the info.plist, the app icons, into the final IPA file. The link step is fast because the Kotlin compiler has already done the heavy lifting. The iOS app Xcode project in the repository is pre-configured to run the Gradle link task as a build phase, so you can press Command R in Xcode and the whole pipeline runs. One current blocker: the phase 5 list in next stips.amt. notes that Xcode build exits with code 72 on the CI machine used to develop this project. The iOS build works locally, but CI is not yet fully verified. That is a genuine open item. The Decompose app module also targets desktop JVM and wasmJs. Desktop packaging uses the Decompose Multiplatform desktop task package distribution for CurrentOS, which produces a DMG on macOS, an MSI installer on Windows, or a DAB package on Linux. The application main class is set to MyEuroStatApp main cat in the Compose desktop block of the build file. Desktop is the fastest target to iterate on during development. No emulator needed, instant hot reload, full debugger. The wasmJs target is intentionally minimal. SQLite version 2 does not have a wasmJs driver. The native app main intermediate source set, which includes all database and feature dependencies, is explicitly not a parent of wasmJs main. This means the Wasm build compiles but shows a stub UI, a technical preview, not a production target. The comment in the build file acknowledges this and links to the Phase 5 migration note. Angst est that contains a prioritized list of work remaining before this project can ship to production. Phase 5 items that directly affect release quality fall into 4 categories. First, the iOS toolchain, the Xcode build exit code 72 needs diagnosis. This is most likely a code signing configuration issue on the CI machine, not a Kotlin or Compose problem. Second, font bundling. The app currently uses the system sans serif fallback instead of the specified Inter and IBM Plex mono fonts. This is visible in the design system, but not a functional regression. Third, test coverage gaps. The environment module has its commonTest deleted and needs a rewrite. Fourth, cache strategy. The JSON blob column approach for multi-dimensional models is inconsistent across modules. Each of these items has a file reference and acceptance criterion in the document. Addressing them in order of user impact puts the iOS toolchain and test gaps at the top. A minimal CI configuration for a KMP project needs 4 jobs. Job 1, JVM tests across all modules, runs on any Linux runner. This catches the vast majority of regressions and takes about 2 minutes. Job 2, Android APK assembly with assembleRelease, verifies the build is not broken and R8 minification succeeds. Job 3, iOS framework link with link release framework iOS ARM64 on the macOS runner, verifies the iOS compilation chain is intact. Job 4, optional desktop build on the release platform. The Kotlin Gradle plugin parallelizes compilation across modules automatically, so the total wall time is much less than the sum of per module times. One thing to configure explicitly is the Gradle build cache. Without it, a fresh CI runner recompiles everything from scratch on every run. Enabling the remote build cache with a Gradle Enterprise server or GitHub Actions cache saves 5 to 10 minutes per run on a project of this size. The gap between it compiles and it ships in a KMP project is smaller than it looks, and it narrows in a predictable order. Write commonTest unit tests first. They give the most coverage per minute of investment and run on every platform. Then establish the Gradle check pipeline and lock it in CI. Then tackle the platform-specific packaging, Android signing and APK, iOS toolchain and framework, desktop distribution, the open items in this project, iOS toolchain verification, font bundling, cache consistency, environment test rewrite are real work, not theoretical. The Phase 5 and Phase 6 checklists in next astical steps namtar estipes arndarnant accounting of what remains. Shipping a KMP app is not harder than shipping 2 separate native apps, but it requires the same discipline, a green test suite, a reproducible build, and an honest list of what is not done yet. Clone the repo, run all tests, and see where you stand. Subscribe for more on Android AI tooling and Kotlin Multiplatform.